Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Code with ER. In this video guys, we are gonna learn something new, something different. In this video guys, we are gonna learn something new, something different in Vue.js. Okay? Yes guys, you heard it right. Today in this video, in this session, we are gonna learn something new, something different in Vue.js. Okay, and guys, today in this video we are gonna learn that how to create an advanced calculator using Vue.js 3. Okay, yes guys, you heard it right. Today in this video, in this session, we are gonna learn that how to create an advanced calculator using HTML, CSS and Vue.js 3 as well. Okay, so guys, just to give you a demo, I have already created an example. So let me go to the example and let me explain you the example as well, so that you will be able to understand that what we are going to learn today in this video, in this session. Okay, so let me go to the example first and let me explain you the example as well. So guys, this is the example I have built using HTML, CSS and Vue.js 3. Okay, so guys, here you can see the text also, advanced calculator using Vue.js 3. Okay, yes guys, in this video we are gonna use Vue.js 3 to create this kind of advanced calculator in Vue.js 3. Okay, so guys, below you can see some input fields also, like first number, second number and the result also. And here you can see the operator. Guys, from here you can choose the operator like plus, minus, division and multiplication. And guys, below you can see two buttons also. The first one is calculate and the second one is clear. Okay, and guys, below you can see the text also, calculation history. Okay, so guys, here below this like text, we are going to show the calculation history to the user as well. Okay, so guys, we will be able to show the calculation history to the user, that this much of calculation you have performed recently into your application, into your software. Okay, so guys, calculation history is the best part of this video, of this tutorials. Okay, so guys, just be here and watch the entire video carefully and thoroughly as well. Okay, then only you will be able to get something, then only you will be able to understand something from this video, from this session. Okay, so guys, believe me, I give you my promise guys, I give you my word that you will definitely learn something new, you will definitely learn something awesome from this video, from this session. Okay, so guys, now I'm gonna perform some of the like operations and then we will be able to understand that today what we are gonna learn in this video, in this session. Okay, so guys, now I'm gonna enter the first number and the second number, then we have to hit the button calculate in order to calculate the result. Okay, so guys, the result will be shown here in the result column. As you can see here, this is the read only input field, so user won't be able to add it, user won't be able to change it. Okay, so guys, now I am gonna perform some of the calculations, some of the operations. Okay, so as a first number I will give here 100 and as a second number I'll give here 20. Okay, so guys, now I will hit the button calculate just to calculate the sum. Okay, so hit the button calculate now. See, boom guys, you can see here the first number is 100 and the second number is 20, and you can see the result also 120. And guys, here you can see the calculation history also, 100 plus 20 equal to 120. Okay, so guys, now I am gonna change the operator from here, so I will select here minus. So now hit the button calculate. See, boom guys, you can see here result is 80 also. And guys, here you can see the calculation history also, 100 minus 20 equal to 80. Okay, so guys, now just change the operator. So I'll change here multiplication. Okay, so guys, now hit the button calculate. See, boom guys, you can see here the result is 2000, and here in the calculation also, calculation history also, you can see 100 into 20 equal to 2000. Okay, so guys, now I'm gonna change the operator from here. So hit it and choose the division. Okay, so just hit the button calculate. See, boom guys, you can see here first number is 100 and the second number is 20, so the result is 5. And guys, here you can see also calculation history also, 100 divided by 20 equal to 5. Okay, so guys, now here you can change the guys, here you can use the decimal number also. Okay, so guys, now I'm gonna use here decimal number also. So I'll say here 100.40 and I'll give here 20 I'll give here 50. Okay, so guys, now I'm gonna just hit the button calculate. See guys, here you can see here the first number is 100.40 and second number is 20.50, and guys, here you can see the result also 4.897. and guys, here in the calculation history also you will be able to see the result also, and I have shown here, you can see here this is the first number and this is the second number, and this is the operator. So guys, here you will be able to see the result also, which is 4.897. okay, so guys, you can see here this result and this result is the same. Okay, so guys, now just change the operator. So I'll just change the operator from here. So I'll choose here plus. Okay, and now hit the button calculate. See, boom guys, you can see here this is the first number, this is the second number, and this is the result, which is 120.9. okay, and guys, here you can see the result also, this is the first number and this is the second number, and you can see here result also 120.9. okay, so guys, now I'm gonna change the operator. So I'll choose here minus. So now hit the button calculate. See, you can see here guys, the result is 79.9, and here guys, you can see the also result in the calculation history 79.9. okay, so guys, now I'm gonna change the operator. So I'll just choose the multiplication. Okay, and hit the button calculate. See guys, this is the result of this first number and the second number. So the result is 2058.2000, and guys, here you can see also in the calculation history also the result is 2058.200. okay, so guys, this calculation history is the best part of this video of this tutorials. Okay, so guys, I have built this kind of application using HTML, CSS and Vue.js 3 also. Okay, so guys, now I'm gonna perform the operation by 0. okay, so guys, as a second number I will put here 0. okay, so just hit 0, and guys, now I'm gonna just change the operator from here. So I'll say here plus. Okay, so just hit the button calculate. See, boom guys, as you can see here, this is the first number 100.40 and this is the second number as a 0, and you can see the result also 100.40, and guys, in the calculation history also you can see the result 100.40. okay, so guys, now I will just change the operator. So I will choose here minus and just hit the button calculate. See, you can see here calculation history, and guys, you can see here the result also 100.40 minus 0 equal to 100.4, and here guys, in the calculation history also 100.40 minus 0 equal to 100.40. okay, so just change the operator from here. So I'll choose here multiplication this time. So now hit the button calculate. See, boom guys, you can see here this is the first number and this is the second number. So guys, the result is 0, and guys, here you can see also the result is also 0 in the calculation history also. Okay, so guys, now I'm gonna change the operator from here. So I'll choose here this time division, and I'll just hit the button calculate. See, boom guys, as you can see here 100.40 divided by 0 equal to infinity. Okay, so guys, here you can see the result also infinity, because 100 divided by 0 equal to infinity. And guys, here you can see also in the calculation history also 100 divided by 0 equal to infinity. Okay, so guys, as you can see here in the calculation history, this much of calculation have been performed by the user recently in our application, in our software. Okay, so guys, this is the best part of this application, of this tutorials also. Okay, so guys, the motto of this video, the motive of this video, of this session, guys, I just want to give you that how to perform calculation, or how to write your logic inside the Vue.js. Okay, so guys, I have built this video just to give you guys how to perform, or how to write your logic in the Vue.js. Okay, so guys, by building this kind of calculator in Vue.js using HTML, CSS, and Vue.js 3, we will be also knowing that how to write our logic, or how to perform calculation in Vue.js. Okay, so guys, now let's get started and let's learn. Okay, but guys, before starting of the video, I would like to request you all, guys, please guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel CodeWithER, and please guys, press the bell icon also, so that whenever I will upload the new video in the playlist, you can be notified and you can watch them instantly, and you can learn from them also. Okay, and guys, professionally you will grow also. Okay, and guys, if you feel you have learned something from this video, from this session, please guys, give it a thumbs up, and please guys, like all my videos, which will give me the motivation, which will give me the confidence to make awesome videos for you on each and every topic of web development, as well as full stack development also. Okay, and please guys, do share this video with your friends, with your colleague, with your group also, so that they will be also learning, they will be also knowing that how to create this kind of advanced calculator using Vue.js, where he or she can show the calculation history also. Okay, and guys, here you can see the button also clear. So guys, the moment you will be able to hit the button clear, you will be able to clear the first input field, second number input field, and the result column also. Okay, but guys, you won't be able to clear the calculation history. Okay, so guys, the moment you will hit the button clear, you will be able to clear the first number, second number, and the result column, but guys, you won't be able to clear the calculation history. Okay, so guys, now I am gonna hit the button clear. So hit button clear. See, boom guys, the moment you will be able to hit the button clear, you will be able to clear the first number input field, second number input field, and the result column also, but you won't be able to clear the calculation history. Okay, so guys, this is the best part of the video, this is the best part of this calculation, this calculator application. Okay, so guys, now let's get started and let's learn. Okay, so guys, in this video we are going to use Vue.js 3, not Vue.js 2, because Vue.js 3 is the latest version, and everyone is using Vue.js 3 to create their dynamic application, to create their dynamic software as well. Okay, so guys, now let's get started and let's learn that how to create this kind of dynamic or advanced calculator using Vue.js 3. Okay, with me, ER Prabhat Pandit. Okay, so let me go to the code editor. So create a new page. I'll say here Vue calc, okay, .html. So save the page now. Okay, so we have to create the HTML part also. So HTML, give code with ER Prabhat Pandit. So guys, by now you all know that my name is Prabhat Pandit and I am a software developer. Currently I'm working as a ServiceNow developer at Happiest Minds Bangalore, and I have got more than 4 years of experience into software development. Okay, so guys, first of all, I would like to paste some of the CDN links from the previous example only, just to save our little bit of time. Okay, and then we will paste here into our code below the title tag. Okay, so let me just go to the example, and I'll just copy these CDN links from here, and I'll just paste it into our code. Okay, so paste it here below the title element. So I'll just explain you also, don't worry. So guys, here you can see the this is the CDN link for vue.js 3. Okay, so guys, you can see here view at the rate 3, and guys, this is the CDN link for font awesome. Okay, as you can see here, for bootstrap, guys. Okay, sorry guys, I mean bootstrap. Okay, you can see here bootstrap.min.css. So guys, in this video we will be using bootstrap also, just to create this kind of layout using bootstrap. Okay, so guys, you can see here I have created this kind of layout using bootstrap only. So we will be also using bootstrap also in this video, in this tutorials. Okay, so guys, now we are done with the CDN links. So now we have to create the estimate part also. So guys, first of all, I'm gonna create these input fields. Okay, like first number, second number, and result, then operator, and then these two buttons like calculate and clear, and then this calculation history also. Okay, so now just go to the code, and we will just start creating our HTML part first. So I'll just create a div first. So I'll just give the class also. So give the class also as a container, and I'll give here margin top 5 also, and I'll just close this div. So guys, now just close this div, just cancel it, and inside this div I'm gonna create here another div. So just give the class also as a text center, and just close this div, and inside this div I'm gonna create the h1 element. So I'll create h1 element first. So h1, just close this h1 first. So I'll give the class also as text center and text dark also. So guys, now inside this h1 I'm gonna copy the text from the example only, and we will just paste it here. Okay, so just go to the example and just copy this text from here, and just paste it here inside this h1 element. So now just save your code, copy the file path, go to the browser and create a new tab, paste it here, and just remove this and put localhost, hit enter. Okay, so guys, now you can see the text also, advanced calculator using vue.js 3. Okay, so guys, now just go to the code again, and below this div I'm gonna create another div. So go a little up, so I'll create another div. So create a div, give it a class as a row. Okay, and close this div first, and inside this div I'm gonna create another div. So create a div, give it a class also as a call lg6. Okay, I'll give here call lg6. So guys, this is the predefined classes in bootstrap. Okay, so guys, these all classes, guys, okay, these all classes are predefined classes inside the bootstrap. Okay, so that's why I am using here bootstrap also. So I'll just close this div. Okay, and inside this div I'm gonna create another div. So create another div, give it a class also as a form group. Okay, and just close this div, and inside this div I'm gonna create the label element also. So I'll create a label element first. So label, and just close this label. Okay, and inside the label I'm gonna give here 4 attribute also. So I'll give here 4 attribute also as a first number. Okay, I'll say here first number, and I'll give the text also as a first number. Okay, and guys, now below this in label I'm gonna create the input element. So I'll say here input, I'll give here type also as a text. I'll give here place class also as a form control. Okay, I'll give the placeholder also as a please enter first number. Okay, please enter first number. I'll give the ID also as this first number. So this 4 attribute and this ID should be same. Okay, so guys, now we're done with this. So guys, here on this input field also we will be using the v model also. Okay guys, always remember on each and every input field, guys, always remember, on each and every input field we have to use the vmodel directive also. Okay, so guys, as you all know that vmodel is used in two-way data binding. Okay, so guys, now just okay, so yeah, later on we will define the vmodel also. So just copy this div from here to here and just paste it below this div. Okay, below this div paste it. Okay, so guys, now just save your code and go to the browser and just refresh the page. Okay, so we will be able to see this. Okay, so yeah, we have to make the layout like this. Okay, so just below this I will be just pasting in the same div. Okay, so guys, now inside this div I'm gonna create the label element. So label will be like this only. So just remove this and give the label also as like I'll say here select. Okay, select operator. Okay, I'll say here select operator. Yeah, so now I'm gonna create here select box also. So I'll say here select and just close this select also. Okay, and guys, on this select also we have to use here vmodel also. Okay, so guys, later on we will use the vmodel also on this select element also. So I'll just give the for attribute as a operator. Okay, as a operator. And guys, inside this select box we have to use the vmodel also. So later on we will use the vmodel also. So I'll give the class also as a form control as of now. So guys, now I'm gonna create the options also. So I'll say here options, option, and I'll just close the option also. So guys, inside the option also I'll give here value. So I'll give here value as a plus, and give here also plus. Okay, so just copy these options and I'll just paste it 3 times. So 1, 2 and 3, and we will just change the operator. So I'll give here minus. Okay, I'll give here multiplication, and I'll give here division. Okay, so guys, just change this to minus also and give this multiplication also here and change this to division. Okay, so guys, now just cut this out. Okay, so now just save your code and go to the browser and now refresh the page. Okay, so guys, now this is the first number and this is the operator. So here first number also and this is the operator. Okay, so guys, now we have to create this second number and the button clear and calculate and clear and this result field also. Okay, so just go to the code and guys, let me just give this row. Okay, this row give margin top 4 only. Okay, so now save your code and now refresh the page. Okay, that's looking cool now. So I will be creating this second number and this buttons and this result field also. So just go to the code and okay, so guys, below this div I'm gonna create another div. So create another div, give it a class also as a row only, and just give margin top also 4 and just close this div. Okay, go a little up and inside this div I'm gonna create the div. So I'll create a div, give it a class as a call lg6. Okay, and just close this div, and inside this div I'm gonna create here another div. So give the class also as a form group and close this div, and inside this div I'm gonna create the label element also. So I'll create a label element first. So label and close this label first. I'll say here for attribute also. So I'll say here for attribute, I'll give here second number. Okay, as a for attribute. so second number, and I'll give the text also as a second number. Okay, and below this label I'm gonna create the input also. So I'll say here input, give the type also as a text. I'll give the class also as a form control, and give the placeholder also. Please enter second, please enter second number. Okay, number. So guys, here I'll give the ID also as a second number only, second number. So guys, here on this input field also, guys, always remember on this input field also we will be using v model. Okay, just to bind the data from this input field to our Vue.js instance, and from Vue.js instance to our this input field also. So in this way v model is used in two-way data binding. Okay, so guys, now below this div, okay, below this div I'm gonna create another div. So create another div and give the class also as a call lg6 only, and just close this div. Okay, and guys, inside this div I'm gonna create the button element. Okay, so I will create, guys, these, okay, these button element like calculate and clear. Okay, so just go to the code and just create a button element, and just close this button element first, and we will just give the type also, just give the type also as a button. And guys, on this button we are gonna we will be using v on. Okay, v on directive, which is used to handle the, which is used to perform the event. Okay, so guys, v on is used as a event handler inside the Vue.js, and also guys, on this button we will be using event handler also, just to perform the our operations, our logic. Okay, so I'll just give the class also. So give the class also as a btn, and I'll give the btn primary. Okay, btn primary, and give margin top also 4. Okay, so just give the text also. So I'll say here calculate. Okay, so guys, now as of now just save your code and go to the browser and refresh the page. Okay, so guys, now you can see here our layout is same. So this is the example layout, and this is the our layout. Okay, we have built this layout. Okay, so guys, now we have to create this button element and this result. So I will just create the clear button also. So just copy this button and just paste it here, and I'll give the text also as a clear. Okay, clear, and just give the class also as a btn danger. Okay, so danger, yeah. So guys, now just save your code and now refresh the page. Okay, so guys, this is the example and this is what we have created. Okay, so just go to the code and yeah, below this div, okay, below this div I'm gonna create another div. So I'm gonna create here another div. So I'll just create a div, give the class also as a row, and I'll give the margin top also 4, and just close this div. And inside this div I'm gonna create here another div. Okay, so give the class also as call lg6, and just close this div. And inside this div I'm gonna create another div. So go a little up, create a div, give it a class also as a form group. Okay, so give form group as a class and close this div. And inside this div I'm gonna create the label element also. So I'll say here label, and I'll give the class 4 attribute also. I'll say here result. Okay, I'll say here result, and just close this label element first, and I'll give the text also as a result. Okay, as a result, and below this label I'm gonna create the input field also, which will be read only. Okay, so I'll say here input, I'll give the type also as a text only. So guys, here on this input field also, guys, always remember here on this input field also we will be using v model. Okay, just to bind the data in two-way direction. Okay, so I'll just give here class also. I'll give the class also as a form control, and I'll give the id also as a result. Okay, as a result. So just give the type also as a read only. Okay, so I'll give the type also as a read only. Okay, so guys, now just save your code and go to the browser and to refresh the page. Okay, so guys, boom guys, you can see here this is the result. Okay, so now we will be creating this calculation history column. So just go to the code and now just copy this div from here and paste it here, and just give the text also. So I'll give here as 3 as a text. I will create here as 3 and just close this as 3 first, and I'll give here text as a calculation history. Okay, so calculation history, that's fine. So now just guys, below this div I'm gonna create the ul element also. Okay, so just remove this, we don't require this. We will be creating here ul element. Okay, so I will create here ul. Okay, so just close this ul, and inside this ul we are gonna use here li. Okay, so guys, now li on this li we will be using v4 directive. Okay guys, always remember on this li we will be using v4 directive, and guys on each and every element, guys on each and every input element we will be using, okay, v like v model directive. Okay guys, on each and every input element we will be using v model. Okay, just to bind the data from these input fields. Okay, from this input field, from this input field, from this input field, from this input field, and from this calculate button also to our vue.js instance. Okay, so guys, in this way v model is being used in two-way data binding. Okay, so guys, now just refresh the page. Okay, so you can see here calculation history, you can see here calculation history also. So guys, inside the calculation history we will be showing this calculation history, okay, to the user. Okay, so guys, now we have to create our vue.js code. We have to write our vue.js code. So guys, now we will be writing our logic now. So guys, just be here, it's a humble request, and please guys watch the entire video and don't try to skip the video, and don't try to fast forward the video also. Otherwise, if you will miss something, you will miss each and everything from this video, from this session. Okay, so guys, be here, be focused, and watch the entire video carefully and patiently as well. Okay, so guys, now I'm gonna create the script tag above the closing body tag. Okay, so I'll say here script. Okay, so I'll just write the logic now. Okay, so guys, just be here. So guys, first of all I'm gonna create the const. So I'll say here const app, and I'll say here view.create app. Okay, so guys, view.js view.create app is a function which is used to create the vue.js application in vue.js 3. Okay, so guys, we will say here const app equal to vue.js 3, I mean view.create app. Sorry guys, we will say here const app equal to view.create app, and we will give here parenthesis, and inside the parenthesis we have to put here open and closing curly braces also. So guys, inside the open and closing curly braces you are free to define your methods, you are free to define your life cycle hooks also, you are free to define your objects, you are free to define your array, you are free to define your methods also. Okay, you are free to define your computer methods also, mounted methods also. Okay guys, inside this now you are free to define each and everything, okay, inside the vue.js. Okay, so guys, now here I'm gonna create the data function first, which will be the container or the holder for the vue.js properties or the variables. Okay, so I'll say here data function which will return all the object or the properties from this vue.js instance. Okay, so I'll say here return and just give open and closing curly braces. Okay, so guys, now here we will be creating some of the data properties, some of the data variable also. Okay, so guys, now I am going to create the data variables or the data properties also, which will which is also known as state variable or the state properties also. Okay, so I'll say here first number, first number. Okay, give colon and give nothing as of now, let it be blank, the empty string, give comma, give second number also. So I'll say here second number, give colon and give single or double inverted comma. So as of now it is also blank, nothing, empty string. Okay, so I'll say here operator. So I'll say here operator. So guys, by default I will be giving here plus operator. Okay, so guys, by default plus will be here. Okay, so just give comma and just give the result also. So I'll say here result, just give the result also. So I'll say here result colon, and as of now I will give the 0 as a default value. Okay, so put comma here and just give the create another array now. So I'll say here calculation history also. Okay, calculation, I'll say here history. Okay, give colon, put here like empty square bracket, which is also known as empty array. Okay, so guys, this is the array calculation history, and guys, inside this array we will be able to hold the calculation history. Okay, like guys, here you can see here this is the calculation history. Okay, so guys, you can see here this is the calculation history. Okay, so guys, inside this array calculation history array, we will be able to hold the, we will be able to store the calculation history, and then we will be able to show the user to the calculation history. Okay, then we will show the user calculation history also. Okay, so that's why guys I have created this variable calculation history, and as of now I have given here empty array. Okay, so guys, I have initialized this calculation history array with the empty array. Okay, so just give here semicolon and just close this, put comma. So guys, now I am gonna use here v model. Okay, on each and every input element I am gonna use here v model. So I'll say here v model. Okay guys, I have explained you many times in my previous videos also that what is v model. Guys, if you don't know what is v model, then guys, it's a humble request, please guys go back and please first watch my previous videos also, that what is v model and why v model is so much important in Vue.js. Okay guys, always remember v model is used in two-way data binding in Vue.js. Okay, so guys, we will be binding these input fields. Okay guys, we will be binding these input fields to our this Vue.js instance. Okay, to our this Vue.js instance with the first number, with the second number, with the operator also, and with the result also, and with the calculation history also. Okay, so I'll just copy this first number from here and I'll just paste it here inside this v model equal to first number. Okay, and I'll just give here v model also. I'll say here v model equal to I will just copy this second number from here and I'll just paste it here into this v model. Okay, and guys, here on this select box also we will be using v model. Okay, I'll say here v model equal to, I'll just give here operator. Okay, this operator, so copy it from here and just paste it here. So just give the v model equal to operator. Okay, so guys, now in this way we have bound we have bind these input fields. Okay, these input fields with this Vue.js instance, with this first number, second number, and the operator. Okay, so guys, now just copy this like result also, and we will just binding it to the this result also. So I'll just bind it here also. So I'll just bind it here also. So I'll give here v model. Okay, v model equal to this result. Okay, so guys, as of now, inside this result we are not able to see anything, but guys, the moment you will hit refresh the page, you will be able to see here 0. Okay, you will be able to see here 0, because guys, by default, okay, by default result value equal to 0. Okay, so guys, here inside the result column, I'm given here v model equal to result. So guys, by default you will be able to see the 0, okay, inside this result input field. Okay, so guys, now we have to create the instance also. So I'll just close this here, and I'll say here, I'll just copy this app from here, and I'll just paste it here, and we'll just say dot mount. So guys, we have to mount our HTML part also, we have to mount our view part also. Okay, so guys, always remember HTML part is also known as view part in the view.js. Okay, just to bind the output, or just to bind the result. Okay, so that our user can see the result, okay, through this HTML part, through this view part. Okay, so I'll just say here app.mount, and I'll just give the parenthesis, and inside the parenthesis I will put here double inverted comma, and I will say here hash. I'll give the ID as a app. Okay, and just close this. So guys, now I will just copy this ID from here app, and we will just bind these. Okay, so guys, I will just bind this entire div. Okay, this entire div with this view.js instance. Okay, with this view.js instance. So I'll just say here ID equal to, I'll give here this app. Okay, so guys, now we have bound. Okay, so guys, now we have bound this entire div. Okay, this entire div with our this view.js instance. Okay, with the ID as a app. Okay, with the ID as a app. Okay, so guys, now just save your code, go to the browser, and now refresh the page. Okay, so guys, here you will be able to see the result 0, because by default I have given the result column 0. Okay, so just refresh the page now. See, boom guys, you can see here result 0. Okay, so just let me just give the class also here. I'll say here margin right 2, and I'll say here also margin right 2. Okay, just to give the space between these two buttons. So now just save your code. Okay, so we can see the space now between these two buttons. Okay, so guys, now we will be creating our like the moment user is gonna hit the button calculate, we have to perform the operations also, like plus, minus, multiplication, and division. Okay, so guys, now we are gonna use the switch case in this video, in this session. Okay, so guys, we will also learn that how to use switch case inside the view.js 3. Okay, so guys, now we will be also using switch case just to create the just to write the logic. Okay, logic for this plus, minus, multiplication, and division. So we will be also using here switch case. Okay, so guys, now I'm gonna just define the method on this calculate button. So I'll just say here at the rate. Okay, I'll just say here at the rate click. Okay, I'll say here at the rate click equal to, I will just define the method name also. I'll say here calculate. Okay, so just give the small c. I'll say here calculate. So guys, the moment user is gonna hit the button calculate, we will be able to call this function calculate. And guys, here at the rate is the shorthand for v on. Okay guys, always remember at the rate is the shorthand for v on, which is used in the view.js just to handle the what can I say, just to handle the what can I say, event. Okay, just to handle the event. Okay, so guys, v on is known as event handler inside the view.js, and at the rate is the shorthand for v on. Okay, so I'll say, I will just calculate this method also. So just copy it from here and just go to the view.js, and below this I'm gonna create the method also. So I will be creating here methods also. So I'll say here methods, give colon, and put open and closing curly braces, and we have to define this method also. So I'll just paste it here, give parenthesis, and give open and closing curly braces. Okay, so I'll just say here, I'll just create a const, guys. I'll just create a const equal to I'll say here num1. Okay, I'll just give equal to, and I'll just here parse. I'll say here parse float. Okay, so guys, that's why user can enter the decimal number also, float number also. Okay, floating number also, or the decimal number also on these two input fields, on the first number and on the second number also. Okay, so I'll say here parse float, and I'll just give here parenthesis, and I'll say here this dot. Okay, this dot this first number. Okay, so guys, this is okay. Guys, always remember this keyword is used to access the these data from like variable or the data properties. Okay, so guys, this keyword is used to access these data like variable or the data properties inside the view.js. Okay, so guys, always remember, whenever I will say this dot first number, this dot second number, this dot operator, this dot result, this dot calculation history, guys, I will be referring to this first number, this second number, this operator, this result, and this calculation history empty array as well. Okay, so guys, always remember this keyword is used to access the data properties or the data variable also inside the view.js. Okay, so I'll just give comma here also, give comma, and just copy this and just paste it, and I'll say here num2. Okay, so I'll just copy the second number from here, and I'll just replace this first number. Okay, so guys, now here we are gonna use also, we are gonna check also that whatever user have entered, whatever user have given inside this input field is exactly a number or any kind of string. Okay, so guys, now I will say here if. Okay, I'll say here if does not equal to, or the logical not operator. Okay, so guys, this negation is also known as, this exclamation sign is also known as logical not operator, or it is also known as negation. Okay, so guys, always remember this exclamation mark is also known as logical not operator, or the negation sign also. Okay, inside the code. Okay, so I'll say here negation of, I'll say here is not a number. So guys, I will pass this first number as a parameter to this is not a number, and I'll just check here again. Okay, so guys, again I will say here negation of is not a number to this second number. Okay, to this second number. So give here open and closing curly braces. So guys, here in this if statement, guys, in this if statement, guys, always remember we are checking that in the first number column, in the second number column, user has given only the number or the decimal number, and the user has not given any kind of string, any kind of text. Okay, so guys, in this first number column and in the second number column, only number or the decimal number is allowed. Okay, no string or the no text is allowed. Okay, so guys, in this way we are checking here does not equal to is nan first number, and does not equal to is nan number 2. Okay, so guys, in this way we are checking here in the first column number, in the second column number, that user has given number only or the decimal number only, and user has not given any kind of string or any kind of what can I say, text. Okay, so guys, this is what we are doing here. We are checking if does not equal to is nan number 1, and does not equal to nan number 2. Okay, so guys, now here we will be using here switch case. So I'll say here switch. Okay, so I'll say here switch, and I'll just give the open and closing curly braces. Okay, so guys, inside this switch we have to check the conditions also. So I'll just check this operator. Okay, I will just check this operator. Okay, so guys, based on this operator, okay, plus, minus, multiplication and division, okay, we will be performing our calculation. Okay, so I'll say here this dot operator. Okay, I'll say here this dot operator. So guys, I'm gonna create our first case. So I'll say here case colon, and I'll just give here double curly braces, and I will just give here first operator as a plus. Okay, so just give plus, and just give colon, so colon, and just give here open and you can give here guys, because this is the single line of code. So I'll say here case, and I'll say here this, okay, this dot result, okay, this dot result. So guys, this result, okay, this result I will try to populate, I will try to insert the result to this, okay, to this result read only input field. Okay, so I'll just say here this dot result equal to, I'll say here this dot result equal to num1, okay, num1 plus num2. Okay, so just close this, and I'll just give here break keyword also, just to break the loop. Okay, so just give here break, put semicolon, and now below this case first I'm gonna create here another case. So I'll say here case, okay, I'll give here double curly braces, and I'll give here minus. Okay, so guys, minus, put colon, and just say here this, okay, this dot result I'll say here equal to num1 minus num2, okay, num2, and just give the semicolon, and just give the break also, just to break the loop. Okay, put semicolon, and guys, now I'm gonna create here below this case, I'm gonna create here case third. So I'll say here case, and I'll give here double curly braces, and I'll say here multiplication, and give colon, and I'll just say here this, okay, this dot result. Okay, so guys, I will just try to show the result also to the user. So I'll say here this dot result, which is bind to this input field. Okay, result input field, as you can see here, inside this result. So just give here 10 into 10, and just here like change the operator, choose plus, and just hit the button calculate. Okay, you can see here guys, first number is 10 and second number is 10 also, and in the result column you can see the 20. Okay, so guys, here you can see the also in the calculation history 20. Okay, and from here you can change the operator also. So just choose minus and hit the button calculate. You can see here result is 0. Just change the operator also, choose multiplication, and hit the button calculate. See, you can see here result is 100. Okay, so guys, here you can see the also calculation history. So guys, likewise also here we will be doing here. Okay, so I'll just say here, so I'll say here result equal to, I'll say here num1 and multiply by num2. Okay, so just close this and just break this loop also. I'll give you a break and just close this, and guys, below this case I'm gonna create here another case. I'll say here case, and just give the like double inverted comma, and I'll give here division sign. Okay, or the division sign only, and just put colon here and just hit enter. I'll say here this dot result, I'll say here. So guys, now I'll say here, okay, so I will check here first if num2, okay guys, if num2 does not equal to 0, okay, does not equal to 0, if, then I'll say here question mark, I'll just try to calculate the division. Okay, if guys num2, okay, if num2 is not 0, okay, as you can see here guys, the moment I will give here num2 0, it will be result into the infinity. Okay, so just choose the division and try to hit the button calculate. The result will be infinity. Okay, see, you can see here the result is infinity because I have given here second number as a 0. Okay, so guys, as you all know, division of any number, guys, as you all know, division of any number by 0 result into infinity, by result into infinity only. Okay, or we can define the or we can say the undefined also. Okay, we can say the infinity also, or we can say the undefined also. Okay, so guys, always remember division of any number by 0 results into infinity. Okay, so just go to the code, and we will just say here, if it is not the case, then we will just say here num1 divided by num2. Okay, num2, else, I'll say here else. Okay, I'll say here else infinity. Okay, else infinity. Okay, so just close this and just break this loop also. So I'll say here break, okay, put colon. And guys, now I'm gonna define the default what can I say, statement also, which will be the default. Okay, which will be the default for this calculation. So I'll say here default, okay, and give colon, and I'll say here this dot result equal to 0. Okay, I'll say here this dot result equal to, as of now, give 0 only. Okay, so just close this. Okay, so guys, now I hope guys our code is ready. So guys, now just later on we will write some more codes. Okay, so later on just give here method. Okay, so give comma here. Yeah, so now just save your code and go to the browser and refresh the page and try to hit the first number as 100 and second number as 10 and just hit the button calculate. See, boom guys, our code is working. Okay guys, you can see here result 110. So first number is 100 and second number is 10, so the result is 110. And now just change the operator, say minus. Okay, and now hit the button calculate. See, boom guys, our code is working. Okay, 100 minus 10 equal to 90. And now just change the operator, say multiplication, and just hit the button calculate. See, boom guys, 100 into 10 results into 1000. Okay, and now just change the operator, say division, and just hit the button calculate. See, boom guys, 100 divided by 10 equal to 10. Okay, so guys, now just give the second number as a 0. Okay, and just say plus first. Okay, so 100 minus plus 0 equal to 100, and just change the operator, say minus, and just hit the button calculate. See, okay, so as you can see here 100 minus 0 equal to 100 only, and just change the operator, say multiplication, and just hit the button calculate. See, 100 multiply by 0 equal to 0. Okay, so guys, now just change the operator to division. Okay, so now hit the button calculate. See, boom guys, it is infinity. Okay, so guys, it is infinity, our code is working fine. So 100 divided by 0 results into infinity. Okay, so guys, now here we will be showing the calculation history also. As you can see here, I have shown the calculation history also. So we will write the code also for this calculation history. Okay, so just go to the code again, and just I will just create this below this default I'm gonna create. Okay, first of all I'm gonna create the this. Okay, so I'll just state the comment also, add the calculation history. Okay, history. So guys, now I'm gonna create a const here. I'll say here const, I'll say here equal to expression. Okay, I'll say here expression equal to, I'll give here backtick, and I will use here string interpolation or the template literal also. Okay, so I'll say here dollar and open and closing curly braces. I'll say here this num1. Okay, this num1. Okay, so guys, you can see here, let me show you. So guys, this is the number 1 and this is the number 2 and this is the operator. Okay, this is the operator, this is the operator, this is the operator, this is the number 1 and this is the number 2 equal to, and this is the result. Okay, so guys, you can see here this is the first number and this is the operator. Okay, this is the operator, this is the second number, and this is the second number, and this is the result. Okay, so guys, here you can see here this is the first number, this is the operator, and this is the second number, and this is the result. Okay guys, here you can see also this is the first number, this is the operator, this is the second number, and this is the result. This is the first number, this is the operator, this is the second number, and this is the result. Okay, inside the calculation history. Okay, so guys, now I will say here const expression equal to, I will just say here num first. Okay, and I'll just say here again, I'll just use this dollar, and I'll say here double inverted, curly braces, open and closing curly braces. I will say here this, okay, this dot operator. So I'll say here this dot operator, so this operator, so copy it from here and just say dot operator, and again I'll say here dollar sign, open and closing curly braces, and I'll say here num2. Okay, so copy this num2 from here and just paste it here. Okay, so just close this, and below this I'll say here this dot, okay, I'll say here this dot, this calculation history array. Okay, this calculation history array, so copy it from here, and I'll say here this dot, this calculation history array dot unshift. Okay, I'll say here unshift, okay, unshift. So guys, as you all know, unshift is a inbuilt JavaScript array method. Guys, as you all know that unshift is the JavaScript inbuilt array method, okay, which is used to push the element to the beginning of the array. Okay, guys, always remember unshift is the JavaScript array method, inbuilt JavaScript array method, which is used to push the element, which is used to add the element in the beginning of the array. Okay, so I'll say here this dot calculation history, this calculation history array. Okay, this calculation history array, I'll say here dot unshift. Okay, unshift, and I'll say here I will just create the object. Okay, I will just create the object. Okay, I'll give this expression, I'll just give this expression, and I'll just give the comma here also, and I'll just say here result. Okay, this result also, I'll say here result colon, and I'll just give this this dot result. Okay, this dot this result, so copy it from here, and I'll say here this, okay, this dot this result. Okay, so guys, in this way I have created the or can I say object also. So guys, this is the object, and here I've given the properties. Okay, so expression is the properties, and this result is the properties. Okay, this dot result is the first second properties, and expression is the first property of this object. Okay, of this object. Okay, and here we're just using this dot calculation history dot unshift, which is used to push, which is used to add the element to the beginning of the array, which is the predefined JavaScript array method. Okay, so okay, and now we are just done. So I'll just below this, I'll just say here, so below this I'm gonna create the clear method just to clear the input field. Okay, like here, just hit the button clear, so you can see here first number is cleared, second number is cleared, and the result is also cleared. So we will be also creating here. So I'll just give the here at the rate I'll say here at the rate click equal to, I'll give the method name as a clear only. Okay, so copy this method name from here, and just below this I'll say here so I'll just say here, okay, clear, and we will just say here just copy this from here, and just paste it here, and just bring it into one line. Just remove this, we don't require this because we can't clear the select operator input field. Okay, which is a drop down value, which is a select box value. Okay, so we will clear only first number, second number, and the result column only. So I'll just bring it here also. So I'll just say here this, okay, this dot first number, I'll say here this dot second number, and I'll say here this, okay, this dot result, and I'll just assign it to equal to empty string. Okay, so close this, and give also this to number equal to empty string, just close this, and to this result also I'll say here equal to, I'll just give the equal to as a 0. Okay, so just close this. Okay, so guys, now just save your code, and okay, so we have to loop through this calculation history array. So guys, now we have to loop through this calculation history also, so that's why I have created here li already. Okay, so I'll say here on this li, so I'll say here I will use here v4 directive. Okay, so I'll say here v4 equal to, I'll say here, I'll give here parenthesis, I'll say here calculation. Okay, calculation gives small c, calculation in, okay, calculation, I will give the index also, so give the index also, calculation in, okay, in calculation history. Okay, inside the calculation history, so I'll give here id key also, so I'll say here colon, which is the shorthand for v bind. Okay, I'll say here colon key equal to, I'll just say here index. Okay, I'm just pass here index. Okay, and inside this li, I'll say here double curly braces. Okay, I'll say double curly braces, and I'll just say here this calculation. Okay, this calculation dot, I'll say here dot, okay, this expression. Okay, this expression, because as you all know, this is an object. Okay, this is an object, so we will say here okay, this calculation dot this expression. Okay, this expression which will show the first number, the operator, and the second number. Guys, always remember this expression equal to first number and the operator and the second number also. Okay, so we will just say here calculation dot expression. Okay, and again give little bit of space. Again I will say here double curly braces, and again I will say here this calculation. Okay, this calculation dot, I'll say here this calculation dot this result. Okay, this result, which is an object, so copy it from here and just paste it here. Okay, so guys, now just save our code and just go to the browser and just refresh the page now. Okay, so guys, now give 100 and give 20. Okay, and guys, now as of now the operator is plus, so now hit the button calculate. See, boom guys, you can see here the first number is 100 and the second number is 20, so the result is 120. And guys, here you can see the also calculation history also, 100 plus 20 equal to, okay guys, we have to put here equal to. Okay, we have to put here equal to. Okay, so guys, now refresh the page, so give first number as a 100 and give the second number as a 20, and now hit the button calculate. See, boom guys, you can see here first number is 100, second number is 20, so the result is 120. And guys, here you can see also calculation history, 100 plus 20 equal to 120. Okay, so guys, now just change the operator, select minus. Okay, hit the button calculate. See, boom guys, 100 minus 20 equal to 80. So guys, here you can see also calculation history, 100 minus 20 equal to 80. Okay, so guys, now change the operator, select multiplication, and now hit the button calculate. See, boom guys, 100 multiply by 20 is 2000. And here you can see also in the calculation history also, 100 multiply by 20 equal to 2000. Okay, so guys, now just change the operator, just give here division, and now just hit the button calculate. See guys, you can see here the first number is 100 and the second number is 20, so the result is 5. And guys, here you can see also 100 divided by 20 equal to 5 in the calculation history also. Okay, so guys, calculation history is the biggest part, or the biggest achievement for this kind of for this tutorials. Okay, so guys, now just change the operator also, so I'll just give some decimal number also. So I'll say here 300 point, I'll say here 30, I'll give here 20.50. Okay, so guys, now just change the operator, choose plus first, and hit the button calculate. See, you can see here guys, we are able to perform the operations on the decimal number, also on the float number also. Okay, so guys, you can see here, this is the float number, this is the decimal number. You can see here the second number is also decimal number, also float number, and you can see the result is also in the float only, on the in the decimal only. Okay, and guys, you can see here in the calculation history also, this plus this equal to this. Okay, so guys, now just change the operator, say minus, and just hit the button calculate. See guys, this is the first number, this is the second number, and the operator is minus, so the result is 297.8. and guys, here you can see also in the calculation history, the result is 3000.3 minus 20.5 equal to 297.8. okay, so guys, just now change the operator, choose multiplication, and hit the button calculate. See, boom guys, you can see here we are able to perform the operations on the float number also, on the decimal number also, and as you can see here the result is okay 1656.1500. and guys, here you can see also in the calculation history also, this into this equal to 1650.1500. okay, so guys, now just change the operator, choose division, and now hit the button calculate. See, boom guys, you can see here we are getting the exact result, we are getting the exact value of this decimal number and of this decimal number also. okay, so guys, the result is 14.4687, and guys, here you can see also this divided by this equal to 14.6487. okay, so guys, now you can see here our calculator is so dynamic and so advanced that we can perform the like operations on the what can I say, complete number, and on the decimal number, on the float number as well. okay, so guys, now I'll just change this decimal number to 300 and just give this to 0. okay, so guys, now just change the operator and just choose plus first, and now hit the button calculate. See, boom guys, you can see here first number is 300 and the second number is 0, and the operator is plus. okay, so the result is 30. You can see here 30 plus 0 also 30, and now choose the operator minus, and now hit the button calculate. See, boom guys, you can see here the first number is 30 and the second 300, and the second number is 0, so the result is 300. okay, here guys, you can see also in the calculation history also 300 minus 0 equal to 300. okay, so guys, now just change the operator to multiplication. okay, and now hit the button calculate. See, boom guys, you can see here 300 multiplication 0 equal to 0. okay, so the result is 0. Operator is division, that's why result is 0, because we are trying to multiply 300 by 0, so the result is 0. Here guys, you can see also in the calculation history 300 multiplied by 0 equal to 0. okay, so guys, now just change the operator to division. okay, and now hit the button calculate. See, boom guys, you can see here the first number is 300 and the second number is 0. so guys, we all know that the number, any number divided by 0 results into infinity. okay, so guys, here is the result also infinity, and guys, here also 300 divided by 0 equal to infinity. okay, so guys, we have achieved our goal of this video, of these tutorials. okay, so guys, I feel guys you have learned something, awesome, something dynamic from this video, from this session. okay, so guys, if you still have any doubt, any query regarding this video, regarding this session guys, please guys feel free to ask me in the comment section below. I'll try to clear all your doubts, all your queries. okay, and guys, please guys, if you still have any suggestions, any query for me guys as well, regarding my voice, regarding my tone, whether my voice is clear, whether my whether my language is not understandable to you, whether my tone is not clear to you, whether I am speaking too slow, whether I am speaking too fast, please guys, if you still have any kind of suggestions for me also, just try to put into the comment section below. I will try to read it, and I will try to definitely implement it from my next video, from my next tutorials also. Okay, so guys, I hope guys we have come to the end of this video, end of this session today. So guys, I hope you have learned something from this video, from this session. Okay, so guys, please guys, do give me the feedback that how do you feel about this video, about this session. Okay guys, it is very important for me that you give feedback, so that I will try to enhance my video. I will try to make my video awesome as well, based on your comments, with the based on your suggestions as well. Okay, so guys, please guys, give me your feedback, give me your valuable suggestions also regarding my video, regarding my sessions, and regarding my self also. Okay, so guys, if you feel guys you have learned something from this video, from this session, then please guys do subscribe to my YouTube channel Code with ER, and please guys press the bell icon also, so that you will be notified whenever I will upload the new video in the playlist. Okay, and please guys, if you feel you have learned something from this video, from this session, then please guys do share this video with your friend, with your colleague, with your group also, so that they will be also learning that how to create this kind of dynamic advanced calculator using HTML, CSS, and Vue.js. Okay, so guys, do like all my videos, which will give me the confidence, which will give me the motivation to make awesome videos for you on each and every topic of web development as well as full stack development also. So see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye guys. This is Prabhat Pandit signing off now.